Hello everyone, if you are new here, my name is A.Nicole. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back and thank you so much for coming back. In today's video, I'm going to do a tutorial of how I do my makeup. I've had a couple people ask for it and a couple people that are saying that they're beginners and they just want to see how someone does their makeup. I don't consider myself a pro. I am more of maybe in the middle. I mean, I'm still learning. I see new techniques in every day. So I'm kind of like right there with you, even though I've been doing this for a few years. I started my YouTube channel in July 2019 and I started it as just a way to kind of open up a little bit. I'm very introverted. I'm very shy. So it was just kind of a way to try to become a little bit more extroverted and, you know, open up a little bit, I guess, boost my confidence a little bit. I am going to be doing some cuts because I'm going to be, my phone's right here, I'm going to be simultaneously recording a short format. So if you are a short format person, please feel free to, you know, go over and see the short format. It's going to be a short, it'll be on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram as a short format video, but people want asking for detailed, in-depth tutorial of how to do makeup. So I'm going to make it pretty beginner friendly and drugstore. So I grabbed some products today to make sure that I can keep this in the drugstore realm. But like I said, there's going to be cuts, so I'm not cutting so that you don't see what I'm doing. I'm cutting because I'm also showing my phone what I'm using. So let's get started. I always start out with an eye cream. I'm going to be using this one today. This is from e.l.f. and it is their Holy Hydration Eye Cream. And eye cream is just to hydrate the eye area. I'm not sure if this one is like, some of them have caffeine, which is like for depuffing the eye area. I'm not sure if this one is like that, but I did grab this today because all of my eye creams are not drugstore. Okay, and next step I do is serum. This is the Holy Hydration Triple Bounce Serum, also from e.l.f. Skin. I have not used this one before. I did grab this today, and I think this is the most expensive item I'm going to be using. I believe this was $12. The eye cream was $10, and I got these from Target. All the brands that I'm going to be using can be purchased at Target, Ulta, Walmart, and they are all relatively affordable. It's going to be mostly Maybelline and e.l.f. And my mascara is from CoverGirl. You don't need a lot of the hydration products. I believe what I just put on was about 4 drops and just enough to make your skin feel hydrated. I did not grab a moisturizer, so I am going to cut here and find it because I already had it, so I didn't buy it today. Okay, just as I was getting ready to give up looking for it, I was just going to use something else, I found it. So I'm going to be using the, again, if this will focus. There we go. This is the e.l.f. Daily Hydration Moisturizer. This is the moisturizer I started out with. It is very nice. My skin is sensitive, so this is one that does not irritate my skin. It has a slight fragrance. I haven't used this in a really long time, so I honestly don't remember, but it has a slight fragrance. But again, my skin is sensitive and it did not irritate it at all. All of the Holy Hydration products are really, really good. Let's put this over here because my other moisturizer is almost empty, so I will start using that soon. All right, make sure this is all in. Okay, so I usually start out with my lips. I usually start with a lip oil. I don't have a drugstore lip oil, so I'm just going to apply a little bit of Vaseline just to have some moisture in my lips at the end, so they're not all cracked when I apply my lipstick. Okay. All right. Next up is primer. I swear, as soon as the camera is running, and this is why I don't talk that often, I cannot remember what things are called. So we're going to go in with e.l.f. again. e.l.f. is very affordable. I have two different primers that are basically the same. This one has niacinamide, the pink one, and then the green one. I think I like the green one better. It is a little tackier. This one seems like it's a little runnier, but they both work very well. This is a dupe for the Milk Hydro Grip. Yeah. And I honestly prefer this one better. I have tried the Milk one, and for the price point, I would go with the e.l.f. one. You don't need that much. I took 4 little dots and I placed them on my chin, my cheeks, and my forehead, and I just rub them in with my hands. This specific primer, you want to leave it sit for at least 30 seconds. That's going to give it the opportunity to get tacky, like this. I'm going to leave it sit a little bit longer. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless. The only thing I do not like about this foundation is there is no pump, so I just pour it onto the back of my hand. And I skipped a step. Hold on. Let's leave that on the back of my hand. I have some scarring. So I conceal under my makeup. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me. This is the concealer. It's too dark for me. I purchased it from Ulta. It was too dark for me, but it works to spot conceal under my foundation. So I am going to continue to use it until it's gone. So I let this dry down a little bit before adding my foundation. I'm still going to go in with the same foundation. What am I doing? Okay. So this is a foundation brush, angled foundation brush from the brand Eco Tools, and I grabbed this brush set from Target, and it was $10.99, I believe. And I got, I think it's 5 brushes, which is a pretty good deal. Anyways, I use this brush to just blend out the edges. Let me actually use a mirror today. Break this guy out of the box. I'm going to use my Wet n Wild Cheshire Cat mirror. Just want to blend out these edges. And I also bring it in like under the nose. I get some redness there. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with my foundation. So this is now a big glop on the back of my hand because I messed up. I like to put it directly over the concealer I applied. And then I just add a little bit more. And we can build this up. We can build this up, so what you put on initially is not necessarily what you have to keep. When I apply my foundation, I avoid the eye area. We are only going to add concealer to that area. This foundation is buildable, so like I said, you can build it up to how you want it to look. My cheeks are still showing through a little red, so I'm just going to add some more and blend that out. Okay, now I'm going to add the concealer that matches my skin tone to the eye area. Every time I record, I choke on absolutely nothing the entire time. And I don't understand it because I can talk in here all day and nothing happens. And then as soon as I start recording, I'm dying. So I apply some under my eyes, in the center of my forehead, like to my eyebrows, on my nose, and then I add a little bit more on my chin, just to make sure all of my scarring is covered on my chin. I take the excess concealer and put it on the lid. Now this is optional. You don't have to use concealer. You can use an eye primer if you want to. I just always use my concealer. I do have an eye primer, I just never use it. I do use I didn't mention that, I do use the opposite side of my sponge to do this. So it's going to be the clean side, and I use the foundation on this side. Okay, next step is setting powder. There it is. And again, you want to be going in with the Maybelline product. So this is the Maybelline Fit Me powder in light medium. To use the powder, I flip it upside down, tap it a couple times, open it, and then in the lid there will be powder. This is really all you need. I'm going to use this brush. This is a blush brush from that set that I got from Target from Eco Tools, but I'm going to use it to set my powder, my concealer with powder. I always start with the eyes. Drop my mirror. I always start with the eyes because they crease first. So I do my lightly set my eyelids and then go onto my under eye. You want to set anywhere that you applied concealer. I also like to set anywhere that I have the potential to be oily. So T-zone for me, and then this area, for whatever reason, gets super oily for me. Even use all of it that was in the lid. So I'm going to carefully close this so I don't waste anything. Okay. Next up for me is my brows. I'm going to be going in with the Maybelline Express Brow. And this is in shade Black Brown. Now my brows are one of the things that I struggle with the most. I struggle so much to get them to match, but I try to do it very simply. I just draw a small line underneath here. And then on the top. And I'm being very, very light-handed. And then I just fill them in. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Alright, after I fill them in, they look almost even today. Kind of look terrible, but we're just going to roll with it. I usually spend way too much time trying to make them look even, but I'm just not doing it today. And then the next step is to just brush them out, blend that product in a little bit. Alright, good enough for me. Next, I am going to do my eyeshadow. I didn't pick a palette. It is going to be a e.l.f. palette, and I'm keeping this very, again, beginner friendly. So, I don't want to do that one. Okay, let's go in with this one. Okay. This is the e.l.f. Bite Size Shadow Rose in Rose Water. This is the palette that we're going to be using today, and I'm choosing one of these because it's perfect for beginners. It really has everything that you need. I grabbed a couple new brushes from Dollar Tree. We're going to use those. Target also sells these brushes. Sometimes they don't have all the same selection as Dollar Tree. But they're $1.25 at Dollar Tree and 99 cents at Target when Target does have them. This is the Wet n Wild Crease Brush. It's focusing on me. Okay. That is what it looks like. Okay. I'm going to use that to apply this shade here into the crease and onto the lid, I think. Okay. I need to stop trying to use my phone as a mirror and actually use a mirror. I'm just using windshield wiper motions and just applying this in this area here. And then I'm going to put some more on my brush and bring that down onto the lid as well. Just lightly. I know it doesn't look like much, but in my opinion, it helps the shimmer show through a little bit better. So I'd never skip this step. Next, I'm going to go in with this deep shade here, and I'm going to concentrate that on the outer V of the eye. I'm using the same brush. I pretty much use like 2 brushes anytime I do my makeup for my eyes. I just got tired of cleaning brushes, and I find that one brush really gets the job done. Now, if I'm doing something like more detailed, I'll use more than like 2 or 3. Depends on what I'm doing. But this is a very simple look, and we're kind of blending all the shadows together, so one brush is fine. Okay. I'm going to repeat on the other side. If you hold the brush closer like this, it's going to apply more pressure. I try to hold it down farther so that it's a little bit looser and we're not applying as much pressure to the eye. The eye skin is very delicate. I struggle a lot with getting my eyes to look the same. Like this looks exactly how I want it to, and then this is just not what I wanted, but we're gonna make it work. All right, I'm going to go back into the first shade that I used and blend this out a little more. We're going to use this one. This is also from Wet n Wild. This is a small eyeshadow brush. I'm just going to use this to apply the lighter shadow, try and get it to show up a little bit more. This is what that looks like. I feel like I picked the wrong palette. I should have picked a different one, but here we are. I don't know if I mentioned or not, but these little palettes are $3. So they're not super expensive. I'm really just not liking how this looks. I don't really want to pull in another palette. I was trying to keep this like super simple, and the shade is just overpowering. Anyways, let's just go in with the shimmers. I'm going to place this one on the lid. And to apply shimmers, I just use my finger. Like so, and I never do it, but I might pull this up into the crease a little bit. There it is. Okay, let's blend this out a little bit. Just want to apply a little bit more, just because blending it out made the shimmer go away just a little bit, and I am going to just pull it up into here. I just find that the shimmers apply a lot better with the finger than they do with a brush. I used to apply everything with a brush, and it's just not practical. All right, I'm going to follow the same. Where'd it go? Okay, I'm going to follow the same pattern under the eye, and I'm going to do that with a liner brush. This is also from the Equal Tools set. I think it looks better than it did. Is it great? No. But we're going to keep it as is. And this is the look you're gonna get. I am now going to go in with this shade here in the inner corner, and I'm gonna use the same liner brush that I used to line the lower lash line to do so. I usually use like a smaller brush to do this, but I'm trying to keep it in the same set that I have been using. And I just apply it into the inner corner and I blend it up a little bit. I bring it down onto the lower lash line a little bit. So I want to make sure we get it in the inner corner so we get that little bit of highlight. And then I like to blend it into there too. Okay, so I'm going to go in again with another e.l.f. product. This is the Expert Liquid Eyeliner. It is my favorite eyeliner that I have tried so far, and it's really the only one that I could use. So I pull it out and I like to just get the extra product off, because the first time I used it, I did not do that, and I ended up with a ton of eyeliner in my eye, and it was just not fun. Alright, so I'm going to do my best to show you as much as possible. My eyesight is not that good, so I'm usually with the mirror like in my eye like this. But I'm going to try to keep it lower so you can see. I start in the middle and just go right along the lash line. And then I try to follow up. Oh, that was terrible. I try to follow up with the lower lash line as like a continuation, and that was just completely butchered. And this is why I didn't want to do this, because this is just not going as well as I thought it would. So I kind of wanted to skip this part, but yeah, we're doing it now. I will fix it. And then after I do that part, I go in with the inner part and I just connect it. And I get in as close to the lash line as I can. And I'm going to try to not mess this up. And I'm going to stop talking because I think that is messing me up. I'm going to take that liner brush that I used earlier. I'm going to wipe it off a little, this is a makeup eraser. I use these to like brush my brushes off in between like what I'm doing, so that I don't have to use multiple brushes. Alright, I'm going to go with some micellar water and I'm going to clean up this upper line and get rid of it. I'm just lightly tapping, and then I'm going to clean up underneath a little bit. Alright. We should be good. That should be good. Alright, let's try this again. So I have most of my liner on now. I'm just going to fill in some more. And that is as good as I'm going to get it today. So I'm going to stick with that. I am going to go back in a little bit on the inner part of my lid. And try not to mess this up. I'm not touching it anymore. Now, to get the other side to match. Alright, next step is mascara. We are going to be using the CoverGirl Clump Crusher Mascara. And this is the one I use the most frequently because I love the wand. So this is what the wand looks like. So, my mirror, I like to go in with the flat side and push my lashes up. Ow, I poked myself in the eye. I like to push my lashes up first. And then I like to go in with the other side, the rounded side, and apply to the length of my lashes. Now for these ones in the inside, I use the tip, and you want to make sure there's no extra product on the tip of your wand. And I just kind of paint them with the mascara gently. Okay, and now I'm going to dip back in and apply to the lower lash line. And I use the rounded side to do this, just because it's easier. I forgot to note that if your lashes are not curled and you want to curl them, do that before applying your mascara. My lashes are curled. I've been told that I am lucky my entire life because they are naturally just curled. Okay, I'm going to do the same exact thing to the other eye. I did notice when I was at the store earlier that I don't necessarily have a drugstore bronzer. I'm going to use this. This is from Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild is a drugstore brand. Their bronzers, from what I hear, are pretty good. They have some that have shimmer in. This one I'm not going to open it up and show you because for whatever reason, one time I went to use it, it just fell out. So I put them back in here, but it still works, so I'm still going to use it. This has 2 mattes and 2 shimmers in it. I just swirl my brush around and then apply it. To do so, I am going to use the blush brush that I used to apply my powder to do this because I'm over it at this point. And again, I'm just swirling it around. That shade's trying to fall out. I'm just swirling it around, picking up all 4, and then I'm going to apply it right here. So right above the hollows of my cheek. And it will be blended down a little bit into that area. But I like to start here with a gentle hand. My rule of thumb is you can always add more. But if you add too much, it's harder to diffuse it. So I like to start with less and then go in with more if I want more. Okay. I'm also going to apply this at the hairline, just to add some color back into the forehead. And I bring it down to the temples and I connect with this area of the cheek. For blush and highlight today, I honestly didn't even know I had this, but I'm going to use this product. What happened was I put it away and I forgot I put it in there. So this is from e.l.f. again. This is their blush and highlighter duo in Spiced Apple. And for the blush, I'm going to use the same brush that I used for bronzer, I'm just going to wipe it off on my little towel here. Just to get the excess product off. And then I'm going to add some. And I'm going to place this on the cheekbone, and it's going to overlap with our bronzer a little bit. And I bring it up towards the temple and down towards the apple of the cheek. I don't typically put it right here, but it's like right on the side. This is a pretty color. It's not overpowering, but like it's there. I'm kind of upset that I forgot I owned this, because I would have been using it. Okay, I'm going to just use the highlighter from the palette, and I apply highlighter with my finger. So I just start here and I bring it down. We're just going to put it on the very top of that blush and a little bit under the brow bone. So it's like the letter C. And then I use my ring finger to blend it out a little bit. That's it. That's it for that. Last thing we need to do is lips. And now that I'm thinking about it, I did not pick out a lipstick. I settled on this. This is the e.l.f. Cosmetics Seriously Satin, and it's in the shade Cherry. If you want to, you can line your lips. I typically skip it. I do like how my lipstick looks with it better, but it's late and I want to get this uploaded today. So this is a lot brighter than it looks. Probably should have used a lip liner, but here we are. We are back for the last step. The last step is to set, and to set today I'm going to use this. This is from Makeup Revolution. I did not see this specific setting spray in Target, but they do have this brand in Target. I think this one might be discontinued because I did buy it on sale from the website. Anyways, this is the Revolution Pro Supreme Matte Finishing Spray. So I'm just going to spray this all over the face. And this should lock in the makeup for the day. Now this is my first time using this. I typically use the Urban Decay, the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. I don't have one, and this I got from Ipsy, so I've been using this. This is a Professional Super Setter from Benefit Cosmetics. But yeah, I've had this for some time. I found it when I was looking for my camera battery charger because I couldn't find that, and that's why it took me so long to record this. But that's it. This is the last step. This is the finished look. Is it perfect? No. But it doesn't have to be. I think it looks pretty good. And I wear glasses. I can't even see what I look like, honestly. Okay. I think it turned out okay. Let me know what you think. Also, let me know if you want to see more of these videos, because I can make this a weekly thing, and I'm going to try to record it earlier in the day so that it's not up at 11 o'clock at night like everything else that I do is. But yeah, this is it. So I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. Bye now.